My second character, or characters, are the four skillful brothers, and I chose them as like my fighters because in their original story, they were very much, well, I guess fighters. They each had their own four little skills. One of them was a thief, one of them was very good with tailoring, one of them was good with astrology, and the other one was really good with like hunting, like bowmanship. So in their original story, they had those skills and they were able to save a princess from a big old dragon by coming together and using those skills. So I figured that they would work really well in my utopia because they can use those skills to defend my utopia. If something from other countries is coming to attack my utopia, my White Haven is what it's called, then the brothers can work together how they did in their story and protect it. Character number 3 is the fisherman from The Fisherman and His Wife. And his job is kind of self-explanatory. It's the fisherman. I chose him as the fisherman because in his story, yes, he did get greedy, but he caught a very lucky fish and kept on asking for a lot of things. But in my utopia, he's going to have everything that he needs. He won't have a reason to ask for more things. So, putting his greed kind of past him, he's an amazing fisherman. He caught a very, very lucky fish that gave him a whole bunch of things that he needed, which would be amazing for my utopia because if we're lacking something like fish, then we can eat. And it's also important because my utopia is pescatarian, which means they eat plants and fish. Fish is their only source of meat, protein, a whole bunch of things like that. So the lucky fisherman is very, very much needed for my utopia because it's the only source of protein or meat that we're going to get. My fourth character is Virgin Mary from Our Lady's Child, which is a Grimm's fairy tale book as well. So I chose her to be the educator, and the reason that I chose her to be the educator is because in her story, she took a child and cared for her, despite having absolutely no obligations to do so. She was not forced to do this, she was not needed to do this, she just did this because she wanted to do this. And she was able to raise that child fairly successful, which is always good because you need successful, educated individuals in a utopia for it to prosper in the future. And with her, I think that it would be able to work out just fine. My fifth and final main person is the rich farmer from the Grave Mound. And I chose him to be the farmer because in his story,